Cool, I'll keep going. I'm not getting... Okay, it says I'm live. See if we can figure this out. There. Shared another time to Facebook. It's fine. Alright. It's not on Twitch for you. Give it a second. Try and... Well, I mean, it should be live, but whatever. Come on. It seems better there now. Okay. So we're back up on other platforms, just chilling, hanging out, doing our thing via Wi-Fi from, and if it's still working on TikTok, that's great. I just can't see it. I am still frozen. See if I can refresh that. See if that works. That does anything. That does something. All right, we're no longer frozen. We might make it a little bit longer tonight. So I remember having issues on Wi-Fi before down here, so I switched over to a hard line, and if that's not working, then it is what it is. We can go back to Wi-Fi, but can I stream on my phone and on my computer at the same time? I don't know. I did adjust to the Wi-Fi extender, so who's tired of me saying Wi-Fi? Let's talk about something else. Tired of saying it. It is what it is. Come on. Okay, we have comments popping up in the chat box. Tell me, Jeep and Jamber, on Twitch, does the size of the comments in the comment box, is that too small? It seems small from where I'm looking. All right. I can adjust that. I can make the comment box larger, but or the comment inside the comment box. Get off the stage. All right. On-screen comments, can't see without your glasses? Okay, then I can embiggen them. I can do that. Let me write that down. Comments in chat box. Put that on my to-do list. The live chat room typing is easy. Okay, yeah. So that the chat box is for all the platforms to be able to see each other's comments. The only one I don't have is the notorious TikTok, because they won't give me a stream key. I have to have signed with an agency to get a stream key, or I have to have 10K followers. So we're getting there. One follower at a time. A couple of followers a week. I do have video ideas that I want to do. I'm going to make more videos. My goal is to put out one video or live stream once per day. So the way it kind of goes right now, with TikTok, I get 200 to 300 views on a video, and then no one ever sees it again. Then I make a video the next day and I get 200 to 300 views, and then no one ever sees it again. Which is fine. But that kind of suggests that if I did one video in the morning, one in the afternoon, and then one at night, that would be more continuous. I don't know. Might be better. I don't know if I can come up with 3 videos a day. Maybe 2, but I have a hard time coming up with one. I'm not great at content creation. Doing what I do is kind of forced me into the role of I'm the only marketing for my business. So I have to go and do the marketing. Which I'm terrible at. I almost never show products from my website, and I almost never talk about it. But that's cool. We're marketing through the power of attraction. Bring customers in with my dynamic personality. What is that screaming? Retro haunted house. We're going to skip. Well, could be good. It could be good. Let me adjust that here. Okay. We're going. All right. Where am I at here? Here we go. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up these side rows. And then well, no, I really should. It's been an hour. I started at 9. It's been an hour, and we're not done with one row. So my concern is that it's going to take me beyond 11 o'clock, and I don't want to be up that late. So I think I'm going to finish this cube, or finish the sides of this cube, and then weigh it, see if we can figure out how many rings it is. You like the joke the other day, although your wife had no clue what you were talking about? Yeah, gotta give the dog's toilet a haircut. I have another joke that I want to do, but I need help with the skit. And it's going to be funny. It's a little risque, but whatever. It's not risque. It's a little crass. That's okay. Okay, this song is kind of lame. I don't want to listen to haunted house sounds. I guess that's what retro haunted house was all about. I used to work in a haunted house when I was a wee lad. I had multiple roles throughout the haunted house. Notably, I played Freddy Krueger, tied up, being forced to watch Barney. And then right around the corner for me was an abominable snowman chained to the floor. So people would look at me as Freddy Krueger being forced to watch Barney, turn the corner and get charged by an abominable snowman. And it was fun to listen, to hear their laughter turn to shrieks. So one lady tried to wrestle the abominable snowman, like to the point where it broke the anchor that he was attached to, and a bunch of the paper mache walls that we had. But yeah, back to what I was saying. More content production, multiple videos a day. Seems once I peak at about 300 videos or 300 views, I can just make another video. And I suppose I should complete the thought process, right? I'll make a video. It'll get 300. I'll make a video, and if I make another video right away and post it, the first one will stop showing altogether, and the second one will go until I hit about 200-300 views, right? So if I make a video, wait for it to hit 300 views, and then put out another one, that's probably the better way to go about it. So that I'm not, like, I don't want to wait for 10,000 followers for forever. Like, you can get one video to go viral and get 10,000 followers, right? It's a matter of being consistent and hitting the right audience. You'd probably be farther along if weren't those technical difficulties. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they slowed me down all that much, but I probably would have finished this in under an hour, this one row that I had already started. Should count up how many rings are in one row. You also need hashtags people are searching for. Yes. Proper hashtags does help. That's the thing. Hashtags and search engine optimization. Yeah. Little nuanced marketing things like that. I'm just like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never understood it. I kind of got a grip on how to use hashtags a little bit. But I will keep trying and experimenting and learning and reading more about this stuff. It's one of those things where if I can have enough dumb luck to sell enough stuff that I can hire a smart person to do that for me, I will. Because where I struggle is that right now I have a design I'm working on the computer for hoodies and hooded blankets, right? And I haven't got it done because my computer is just barely powerful enough to work on it, and it's very slow going. So I split it up into multiple layers to work on each layer individually, and that's what I'm doing now. And then I have to figure out if my computer is strong enough to render each layer independently so that I can have a completed design at the end. And then once I get that done, I will add it to the shop, which takes an hour, maybe two, depending on how many products I want to place this design on. Once all of that's done, right? Well, I have to find time to do all of that while working on actual chainmail products to make videos of. So, and it's not the end of the world. It's just a work-life balance kind of deal that I'm terrible at. So once I get all that done, I have to figure out, okay, great, I need to figure out a way to market this to people who I think will like it. You know? It's like make chainmail, check. Design chainmail for products, check. Have store full of cool chainmail themed apparel and accessories, check. Market that to potential customers, maybe sometimes, maybe not. And it is what it is, you know. Just keep designing stuff and hoping someone likes it, and hope you can get it in front of them. So, all right. So I've got the TikTok comment section open. I see a lot of twitching over there as people come and go, and every time someone joins or jumps out, I get a notification. A little pop-up comes up and says, you know, so and so has joined, and I keep thinking it's someone commenting. It's not, but keeps making me look up. Because half the time I'll look up and there'll be 10 comments that I haven't answered that have been there for like 20 minutes. So I try to stay on top of responding to people when they are gracious enough to leave a comment, you know. But no, it's just people coming and going now. Which is okay. We're gonna get to 10,000 followers, and we're gonna get to be able to have a vertically integrated screen here. And we'll figure it out. That ring is way off. Oh, I feel the need to sneeze. That's no good. I saw someone posting a video about how they are allergic to sunlight. Something like 20% of people, they go out into the sun, they start sneezing. Some recessive gene or something. And I was thinking, I don't really have that problem, but oftentimes when I come down here, I will have been down here all day, and when I start streaming, that's my allergies will just become unhinged. Knock on wood, hope that doesn't happen anytime soon, but I did find a good you always accidentally exit TikTok live. Very often I do as well. But I was going to say, I did find, finally, a allergy medication that worked for me. And it worked really well. But it was one of the ones that the FDA said, if it has this ingredient in it, you have to pull it from the shelves, because for 10 years we've known that ingredient doesn't help with allergies. And the medication that I have, of course, has that ingredient in it. So I just got to go find the allergy medication with the chlorpermanifone something. Whatever it's called. without the other phenadiol hyja something that doesn't work, right? All right. Hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 to finish up one row. I'll count up how many rings that is here in a sec. Oh, and then I'll weigh it. We're one row off from being an 8x8x8. And what we'll do is weigh it and then try and figure out how many rings are in it and go from there. Come on, come on. Can't wait to weigh your shirt when it's done, see how many rings are on. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I was out in the shed the other day. That is where my galvanized steel shirt is 50 yards away from my house. There's also a project I want to continue working on. The springs of my garage door broke. And they form a perfect coil, so I'm going to take an angle grinder and cut them into rings. I already put them in a bonfire to hopefully anneal them. But I don't know if that took. I'm pretty sure it did. They were in there for quite a while. So they should be soft enough to pull out, cut up, and manipulate into some kind of weave. We'll see what happens. Just make one big chunk of chainmail out of just enormous, I think they're like 2-inch rings. You discovered there's a way to strip the galvanized coating off. Yeah, you can take the zinc off, and then you're left with mild steel. I think if you soak it in vinegar, that'll take the zinc off. So once you take the zinc away, then you have a mild steel shirt, and you can polish it to an extent, but also you got to watch out for it rusting, so you have to keep it oiled. Just FYI. So you can take it off and make it smell prettier. Kind of, yeah. The zinc is where the smell resides, yeah. If you can get rid of that, you know, keep it in a cool, dry place and keep it well oiled, and should be good to go. All right. Let's see where we're at here. Oh, wow. Oh. Gotta get the scale out. Okay. What are we in? Ounces? That's what I want. Go ahead and zero that out. 4.7 ounces. Right? Let's go over to the ring lord. I have to do a video on the ring lord. Rings. Titanium. Excuse me. 20 gauge. 1/8 sold by the ounce. How many rings per ounce? 947 pieces per ounce. Right? Roughly. Does that all? Hang on. So that would mean calculator 4.7. No, clear. $947 divided by, no, multiplied by. Cannot divide by 0. I'm not trying. Clear. 947 rings per ounce times 4.7 ounces. I can math. I'm tired. All right, 4,451 rings is where we're at. What about instead of just oiling it, you treat it like cast iron and season it? That is too much chemistry for me. I don't know, to be quite honest. Seasoned mild steel. That's a good question. I have no idea. I'm going to say, yeah, probably you could do that in order to prevent it from rusting in, like a cast iron pan, right? That would probably actually be really cool. Please try that and let me know how it goes. I think I'm not a metallurgist and I'm not a chemist. If you strip all the galvanized away, the zinc, right, and then season it like a cast iron pan, that sounds like it should work. It should darken it as well, yeah. So doing that, it'd be like a preservation method. You shouldn't, and this is just theoretical, right? Whatever you do, don't throw it into a flame and breathe the fumes before you remove all the zinc from it, or after, ever. Because you don't know if you got all the zinc in the process, and breathing that, I know that much for safety's sake, you don't want to breathe galvanized steel fumes. It causes cancer like immediately, and then you die right away. So don't do that. But seasoning it like a cast iron pan, it sounds like it would work. That's a really cool solution to making something out of galvanized and then making it not have the negative effects of, or combating like the negative effects of working with galvanized steel, right? I like that solution, you know, a lot, actually. That's cool. So We were at, how many rings was that? 4,451 rings, roughly. And that's by weight, so it's not doubled. And that's not quite correct either, because when the Ring Lord trued up all their rings, titanium has a ton of spring back, so I'm certain that the 1/8 inch ring diameter rings I have here are slightly more, slightly heavier than the 1/8 inch rings they have listed on the Ring Lord. So 947 rings on the Ring Lord. It's going to be a little bit different than I have right here. And once I find the formula for making, or for counting up all the rings in a cube, we'll double check that. It's going to be close, right? Because by weight, it's not going to be that far off. Maybe 50 rings, who knows? We'll figure it out. Yeah, respirator all the way, don't want zinc shakes. Absolutely not. I know guys that have straight up died from that, so. All right, let me put this away. Well, I might want to put this back in the box before I put the box away. I should do another review on tools you need for making chainmail. Kitchen scale all the way. Definitely need one of those. Pair of calipers. Get some. Why are you on? Get some calipers. Hell yeah, I need those digital calipers. Gotta have them. What else do you need? Pliers. Need some pliers. Need a revolving mirror. All right. 2, 1. Press the right button. My camera's a little bit high. I wonder if I zoom that out. I think I have it this way because it shows just this foam in the background, and if I zoom out, it shows the wall, and I would have to put more foam up. I've already ruined the wall, so whenever I redo the basement, excuse me, wall's gonna come down anyway, but I'll figure it out. We might do more foam anyway. All right, Jeep and Jammer, thanks for hanging out. You've pretty much been the only one on the whole time after Sarah left earlier, so I do appreciate you hanging out with me, and I love your solution to what kind of pliers are these. These are Xuron 432s, I want to say. John Rambo. Do they have the model number on them? 483s. 483s. I had 2 of the numbers in there that were correct, but they were in the wrong order. 483s. And I like them. They're nice. In the Mailworks app, under the tool section, there's a whole list of Xuron pliers that I recommend for using with chainmail rings. So, but where was I? 4,451 rings woven so far tonight. Not tonight. That's just how many we have. I only did one layer. I didn't even do a full one. I did half of one. So one more layer until we're at an 8x8x8 cube. Just did not have the time tonight. And it's kind of lost all the wonkiness it had. So I'm happy. I'm happy with it. It's going to come out nice. It's going to be real nice. And it's just going to be a large lumpy cube, and then we'll get the anodizer going and see if we can't make it change color. So anyway, guys, My name's Sean. I run mailworks.com, and you can find the links to the Mailworks app in my link tree on TikTok and on my website, which is mailworks.com. You can find the links to the application there, and then my website is, of course, mailworks.com, where you can find all the chainmail-themed apparel and accessories that your heart desires. I am going to go upstairs and zone out and watch some TikTok for a little bit, talk with the fam, and get ready for bed. So you all have a wonderful evening, and I will talk with you all later. All right? Have a good night, everybody. Appreciate you hanging out. Doing your next shirt strictly ordered rings? I don't blame you. I used to make my own rings, and then once I found out that people could make their own rings, that you could order rings made by other people that were far superior to anything I could make myself, that's when I started ordering rings. I was like, I'm not going to start anodizing aluminum in my bathtub, so let me order some rings. Let me order some nice, the machine cut rings from TRL. I've had very few issues with them as compared to other rings, right? If I want perfect stainless steel rings, I use Joshua Dilberto for like jewelry and stuff. But for a shirt or whatever, the machine cut stainless steel rings from TRL, I made 3 shirts out of them. They do pretty well. So, and they don't stink. That's big bonus. And they are higher quality than anything I could make with the Nipex pliers I was using for making my galvanized shirt, the first one I did. Right, the cuts with that, I went through multiple Nipex pliers or Nipex cutters, and they did not cut as well as the machine cut rings are cut from the Ring Lord. Going to be either Kingsmail or 6-in-1. I made a European 6-in-1 shirt, or an attempt, and it did not function. I couldn't, well, I was also very inexperienced, right? And I had this idea that I was going to do this cool European 6-in-1 shirt, and it ended up just being a disaster of a project. I can't move my arms in it at all. It's heavy. It's definitely, 6-in-1. It's galvanized steel, right? It's a interesting project, but I do not recommend Euro 6-in-1 except as like a trim or a decoration. I do a lot of different weaves for decorations. Try Kingsmail. I think that would work out a lot. I should have done that. I think that would work out a lot better. Because Kingsmail, you can go and if you need to switch to just regular Euro 4-in-1, like if you do the shoulders in Kingsmail and around the collar, and then like a strip of it down the arm, you can use 4-in-1 for the rest of it, and it'll look cool with like accents of Kingsmail. Whereas the 6-in-1, the ring size I use was 14 gauge 3/8. I couldn't bend my arms enough for it to be useful. So good luck with your shirt. I definitely would order rings until you have your own setup, right? Which I'm progressing along enough in my chainmail career. I'm buying an anodizer. I have a welder. I might as well get a ringinator if I can get one before the guy stops making them, so that I can make my own rings here. We'll just be a small custom shop, and we'll see where that takes me. I might as well just invest everything in it now. As crazy as I am, I will never attempt mithril. I mean, there's no difference between regular chainmail and mithril, right? So unless you have a different understanding of what mithril is. Like nano carbon fiber rings or something like that. That'd be cool. I keep getting more viewers as time goes on. I'm trying to close out the show. So, what is your definition of mithril before I guess you should say micro mail? Okay. Yeah, like 20 gauge 1/8 welded titanium shirt, anodized blue. And 20 gauge 1/8 sterling silver shirt. Both of those things exist, and it's some of the craziest work I've ever seen. So, oh man, they were both at TRL. Yeah, I think those were the ring sizes. Anyway, that is a crazy amount of money to be spent on a custom shirt. Very cool. I would attempt a micro mail shirt. I have another shirt in mind that I want to make. I've made 4. I have one more that's in the works on the table over here, but that's getting canned. That project's changed into something else now. Yeah, I would. Maybe. I'll think about it. If I would do that or not. Because that's a ton of work. And that's like dedication to a project much larger than even the inlays that I've made. So, like, could I do it? Yeah. Do I want to? Maybe. It's like people that try to make a million ring shirt, so they choose this ridiculously small ring size, and they weave and weave and weave and weave, and they'll get this huge sheet of chainmail with these rings because they're so small, and they don't comprehend how big a million rings is, right? That's a project that I would never take on. But a shirt, 20 gauge 1/8, probably the smallest I'd go. Oh man, I might be able to do it, but a lot of my projects have been sitting here for quite some time, and I'm just now getting to them after 2 decades. So maybe I better not do that one. Anyway, thank you everyone for hanging out. I've already done my outro, so I will check in with you guys later. Once again, I'm not tied down to a set streaming schedule yet. Still working out how to make sure that I can stream from my computers and my phone. So we'll get it figured out. And once we have that figured out, we'll go from there. All right? You guys all have